Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Today we have a prominent figure. We have a nice interview with him. Thank you to accept our invitation with us.
Anytime. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much.
Doctor, could you introduce yourself to our audience, please, and tell us about your education, your qualification, and we want to know something about that, please.
When you do a PhD, the problem is you only concentrate on one
Which
question.
major, which specification?
So what I did was, at first, I did a master's degree in history, which was with a focus on contemporary
Like
history.
start from Middle East, Europe, something like that, or something?
Mostly Europe and the Middle East.
Middle East.
Those two things.
Because this is the center of civilization.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, both of those places.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so number two, after that, I did an Islamic Studies master's degree at SOS. And I spent some time in the gender studies department as well. I found it very interesting.
Okay.
And then now I'm doing some more work on Christianity and Judaism. I just think that comparative religion is important.
And by the way, could you tell us about your experience when you were talking with the atheist people and atheism in general?
Yeah, so I've had
This is
many
really
debates.
controversial issue.
Yeah, I've had many debates. Some of them have been formal public debates, and some of them have not been formal but have been public debates. And I'm actually, always trying to find debating people that can actually debate me on these issues, because I think it's important to talk. The Quran says, "Wajadilhum billati hiya ahsan,"
Absolutely.
and debate with them. In the
And this is my incredible question. This is my critical question. When you know how you can maybe convince them to accept your ideas, and that's something very important. We have to know.
Yes, so I usually go through a strategy which is called GoRap.
Like what?
So
Simply.
So GoRap is a strategy. I don't do this with professional debaters, but I usually do this with just anybody. Sometimes I'll take one
publicly, privately.
Yeah, publicly, privately. My friends, my family, in the streets. I'll have no problem.
Very nice.
Yeah. So what I do is I first try and prove the existence of God. I have different ways of doing that. I've actually written a book called Kalam Cosmological Arguments.
About your experience, have you found in your experience some people accept your ideas? Maybe they refuse that. Something like that.
There's a lot of. The majority of people actually come out thinking, I don't know. To be honest with you. And that's usually the way they come in as well. In the United Kingdom, as I was talking about in the lecture, the majority of people...
By the way, Doctor, I want to ask you about why the second generation in Europe, they are choosing this way, the atheism.
By the way, I haven't got my doctorate yet, so I'm still not a doctor just like yourself. One day I'll be like you. But I think the reason why a lot of people are moving towards... Linda Woodford actually had a study on this. It's not that people are moving towards hard atheism. People are moving in the United Kingdom towards agnosticism and moving away from Christianity. That's basically the trend.
Okay.
There are some people, atheism is growing, but it's not growing at the trend that people think it's growing at. And actually there's an increase.
Which kind of atheism? I'm talking about maybe free thinking, agnostic, like some.
Yeah, the majority, according to Linda Woodhead's study, and I think it's the best thing we have, like that I've read secondary source material, is mostly agnostic. In fact, those people, because in the census in 2001 and 2011, they have 10 years of census data. So those who are non-affiliates or no religionists, it's called no religion, yeah?
Okay.
Those ones, I think it was like some 5 or 10% would say that they're theistic, they believe in God still, but they don't believe in religion. Maybe 20-something%, but even agnosticism, they don't believe in anything, they don't know. Some of them were atheists, maybe 20%. And so on.
I am sure you have a deep debate with them, and maybe they were choosing this way because they want to enjoy the life, like something like that. Why they are choosing this way?
I think it's to do with liberalism. I think it's to do with the fact that Enlightenment philosophy has now taken over the religious discourse. People are now finding morality outside of religion. And I also think it's to do with the clash between religion and science. More specifically, the clash between Christianity and science. This clash is starting to be felt in the Middle East and Islam, but it's not the same.
You are talking about the liberal or ethical, something like that, or maybe there's a values there in their society outside the religion?
Yes, absolutely. So I think that in the 17th and 18th and 19th centuries in the United Kingdom and Western Europe, and even moving on to the Americas, you had now values, like you said, that outside of the religious discourse, which are more prominent than the religious discourse itself. And for many of those people, they find it more refreshing, more intelligible, a better thing to go back to, and so on. So I think that's why they feel like there's no need
And
for it.
what do you prediction about in the future? What the next generation?
What's gonna
Are you
happen-
optimistic, pessimistic?
Yes, well, according to Pew Research, Pew Research is the gold standard for statistics. They say that on a worldwide level, by the end of the century, Islam will be the biggest religion in the world.
Okay.
But that's through birth rates for the most part. So in other words, Muslim women tend to have more children than non-Muslim.
Choose one word. Optimistic, pessimistic.
I'm optimistic.
Very nice. And thank you very much for a nice interview. And really, it's my appreciation.
No, well,
It's my honor.
thank you very much.
Thank you very
It's been
much.
a pleasure.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, our brother. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.